You know those moments when you've been wading through, I don't know, mental molasses for weeks and then suddenly something just clicks.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a key finally turning.
Exactly. And that feeling, the fog lifting, clarity rushing in, it's powerful.
It really is transformative, and that's pretty much what we're diving into today.
It is. Our deep dive today looks at the astrology for Monday, August 11th, Toby 25. And we're using a really fascinating source, Astrology, the Crossroads of Clarity by Tarot by High C.
And our goal, really, is to unpack how these specific celestial alignments are described, how they're supposed to create this potent blend of, well, mental clarity, innovative stability, and abundant love.
And what that might mean for you navigating your week. This source paints August 11th as a real turning point, talks about evolution with purpose.
Yeah, that phrase really stood out, evolution with purpose.
It suggests this lifting of a mental fog, you know, the one that's maybe been clouding communication, messing with tech, making decisions feel heavy.
Right. And the idea is that stalled conversations can find their rhythm again. Delayed projects might finally get moving.
And misunderstandings, they could actually transform into like crystal clear understanding.
It really sets the stage for moving forward with intention, doesn't it? Not just reacting to things.
Definitely. Okay, so let's get into the core astrological events driving this shift. First up, Mercury direct in Leo. That runs August 11th to September 2nd. Now, Mercury going direct, that's always kind of a collective sigh of relief, isn't it?
It really is. Communication, thinking, it all starts to feel like it's back on track. And the source highlights this as a genuine lifting of the fog. Our thoughts get sharper.
Okay, and it says something like, we can finally say what we've been mentally editing for 3 weeks.
Exactly. That internal editor can relax a bit.
Yeah.
And there's a return of focus, too. So things that needed concentration, they start to unfold. You can actually implement those creative ideas you might have had during the retrograde.
Makes sense. But I saw a caution in there, too.
Yes, a really important one. There might be this sudden urge to speak up. But the source wisely notes, just because you can say something doesn't mean it needs to be said everywhere.
Ah, mindful communication. Good point.
And also, keep an eye out for overlooked messages or maybe details that were hidden. They might surface now.
Interesting. Okay, shifting gears a bit. The next big alignment sounds like a real powerhouse.
Yeah.
Saturn retrograde sextile Uranus. Now, Saturn is structure, discipline, right?
Yeah.
And Uranus is innovation, change.
Exactly. And a sextile usually means they're working together. There's an opportunity there. So you get this unique collaboration.
The source talks about fascinating paradoxes, doesn't it? Like commitment and industry meeting revolution and chaos.
Right. Or insight and invention alongside freedom from the known. It suggests innovation doesn't have to be purely disruptive. It can be grounded, structured even.
Wow. Okay. The impossible suddenly becoming commonplace. I like this out of that. And making a way out of no way, it sounds like a green light for big ideas.
It is, potentially. But, and this is a big but, from the source, it gives the green light to our inner rule breaker only if we've done our homework.
Ah, so it's not just about breaking rules for the sake of it.
Not at all. It's about innovating with structure. The focus is on slow but steady progress, gradual implementation. There's even a long-term vision mention looking towards completion around January 2026.
So it's building something solid, step by step, with that innovative spark. Got it. And the source connects this to something bigger, about reality changing.
Yeah, it suggests our concepts of reality and time are undergoing radical change, which is pretty profound.
It really is.
It points to this feeling that old patterns just aren't comfortable anymore. We're ready for change, but crucially, we need a plan. Purposeful evolution, like we said before.
Okay, from structure and innovation, let's move to something, well, warmer. Venus conjunct Jupiter. Venus is love, beauty, connection.
And Jupiter is the great expander. Luck, abundance, optimism. When they conjunct, their energies really amplify each other. The source calls it an enchanting, magical union for getting grounded in love.
Grounded in love, I like that. So how does this energy actually feel?
You might feel, well, especially sentimental, indulgent, nostalgic, maybe more open-hearted, empathetic. There's this eagerness to connect with things that feel nurturing, emotionally supportive. It's a very gentle, sort of romantic energy.
So great for relationships then, existing ones, maybe even new ones.
Absolutely. It helps connect deeply with our heart energy. The source talks about a profound sense of compassion and love for everything we hold dear starting to blossom.
That sounds lovely. Does it affect home and family too?
It does. It can apparently awaken the caretaker within us.
Yeah.
You might feel a pull to create a really beautiful, comforting environment at home for your family, maybe even wanting to buy things that provide that feeling of comfort and safety.
Okay, that all sounds wonderful, but I remember seeing a pretty significant caution attached to this one as well.
Yes, very important. Because Jupiter expands everything, there's a strong warning against overindulgence. That means overspending, overgiving, maybe even over-apologizing, going overboard with food, love, purchases. You get the idea.
Right. Expansion needs boundaries, maybe.
Exactly. The advice is to nourish what's mutually fulfilling, focus on strengthening bonds that already feel safe, rather than, say, testing the waters with unstable ones. It's about grounded, authentic connection, not excess.
That makes a lot of sense. Grounded love, not just. More love without thought. Okay, we've got these cosmic energies mapped out, but the source does something really neat. It tells a story.
Right. The story of Mara, the crossroads of clarity. It's meant to kind of embody these energies.
And it starts with her feeling trapped in a fog,
Yeah.
right? Just like that general feeling we talked about at the start. Stalled conversations, dormant projects.
And then the story describes this tangible shift. The fog thins, the horizon clears up. People start speaking differently, more warmly, finding that rhythm again. It's her personal experience of that Mercury direct clarity.
I loved the detail about her friends showing up with blueprints and sketchpads, talking about long-delayed plans, finally untangling misunderstandings. That felt very real.
It did. And Mara's own realization that she could build forward without tearing down everything behind her. That really speaks to the Saturn-Uranus blend, doesn't it? Innovation built on, or at least alongside, what's established.
Yeah, and the scent of rosemary, thinking of friendships, rituals, then placing that small rose quartz stone as a promise to herself. That feels very Venus-Jupiter.
Absolutely. Grounded love, self-compassion, intention, it all ties together.
So she gets to this crossroads. One path is the innovation district, all gleaming steel and glass. The other is gardens, community spaces, roses.
Right. The classic dilemma. Structure versus flow, innovation versus nurturing.
Like she has a breakthrough, doesn't she?
She does. She realizes she doesn't have to choose. She can walk between them, building bridges where none had existed before.
That's it. That's the Saturn sextile Uranus with the Venus-Jupiter influence woven in, building innovative bridges grounded in connection.
Precisely. It's a fantastic narrative for integrating these seemingly different energies.
And the story ends with her walking forward. Not hurriedly, not cautiously, but with the steady, confident rhythm of someone who knew exactly where she was going. That really nails that evolution with purpose idea.
It really does. It's about moving forward with clarity and intention after feeling stuck.
Okay, so summing up, Monday, August 11th, 2025, according to this source, sounds like a really powerful day. Clarity cutting through the fog, innovation that's grounded and steady, and love that's expansive but also mindful.
It's a call to integrate, really, bringing different parts of yourself and your goals together into a path that feels purposeful.
So, the final thought for you listening. As this fog potentially lifts for you, how might you embrace both that inner rule breaker and your inner planner?
Yeah.
How could you make the impossible feel a bit more commonplace in your life while really nourishing the connections that truly matter?